I love all kinds of electric guitars. I mean, I love the raw grit of the humbucker. I love the glassiness of the single coil. I love the mid-range of the P90. And so I got to wondering, could you put them all together? So I did it. Let's check this thing out. So this is my cheap Strat Indie Custom that I think I paid $125 for, new, about 10 years ago. It's been sitting around. Didn't really have an amp that made it sound good. Then I discovered these things called Alnico pickups, and I'm like, you know, I bet I could switch these out. And so I got a standard single coil for the middle one, and I thought, why not experiment a little bit? I mean, the things were way cheaper than I thought, like 20 or 30 bucks for Alnico 5 pickups. And I'm like, I wonder if I can make them fit. And so I took the pick guard off, and there was enough room for the humbucker down here. And I'm like, okay, I think we can make this work. Didn't exactly measure the P90 when it came. It was so close. It was so close, but I had to get a metal rasp and route out the hole a little bit, and it worked great. The only problem here was the pick guard. I took just a pair of wire cutters and made it fit, and don't do that if you want to try this, because you can see what happened. It just split along the line in several places. So I guess a really fine handsaw or some other tool that I don't know about might be good for that. But the cool thing, this works. And it's like having 3 guitars in one. I really haven't found a downside to it yet. I don't know why there aren't more manufacturers that make something like this. These Alnico 5 pickups here had a single wire, and so I just left all the regular wiring that was inside and wired them to the switch where the other hot wires were connected, and then there was a mesh around the outside, and that was the ground, and so I just grounded that. And there you have it. I mean, they even work together. You get some interesting tones there. You get your P90 sound in the neck, which is just a really sweet combo of the two, but just on a dime you can switch between them all. You can really scream on the humbucker there. So all in all, if you're a little bit handy with a soldering iron, hey, if you got a little money lying around, it's not all that hard to pull something off like this, and it's a lot of fun. It's still a cheap guitar, but it's cooler now. It sounds way better than it did before with just the ceramic pickups in it. And, you know, if I'm, what kind of gigs do I play? I play like a car show or a fair where it's outside and it's either really hot or really cold. And, you know, people in and out. I don't really want to take my Gibson custom shop to a place like that. I have before, but this, it's like having 3 guitars in the same place. And, you know, it's a really cool sound. Now, you know, is there a huge difference? You tell me. Take a listen. Hey, thanks for checking out the channel. If you like what you saw here, subscribe, like the video. Let me know some idea for some future project. If you need any help wiring this thing up, let me know. I can tell you what I did, and hopefully it'll work for you and you can have as much fun as I did. Hey, have fun. Keep playing.